What's up everybody, Tommy here, Math Productions Gaming, and this is another mod review highlight on 3 mods. We're just going to touch on them briefly, show off a couple of them on screen. One of them we're just going to show off what can be on screen, but it's more crops, herbs unlocked, and the wild fruit conversion. All 3 of these mods are incredible, especially if you are into the settlements and you want more variety for food sources within your settlements. These 3 mods absolutely give you that ability. So on screen what we're doing is we're starting out, because this is part of our modded survival playthrough, we're carrying around a ton of goods right now, and we're getting ready to adventure off towards Abernathy Farms, and then either to Concord, or we're going to bypass that heading east and just get to the radio station Olivia. But either way, that's kind of what we have planned initially here, so I wanted to go ahead and free up some inventory space. But before we head out on that adventure, I want to make sure that when we come back to base, that we come back to some sustenance. Now, that's in theory, because until you actually have settlers at a settlement working your crops, the crops that you plant won't necessarily work themselves. So it doesn't necessarily work, like I was saying, where you'll always have an abundance of food going the more that you plant. You do need those settlers to work those crops. But like I said, I'm going to show you more crops, herbs unlocked, wild fruit conversion, and how they work, and how they can assist you, like I said, in that idea of more variety of food sources at your settlement, either for the sustenance itself or for more things that your settlers can do and jobs that you can assign them. So after unloading our inventory, or most of it, in the workshops here at Red Rocket, we just went out in the nearby area and we picked up some hub flower, some wild mute fruits, and some wild tato blossoms. And these things are all going to be able to be impacted by at least one of the 3 mods that we're highlighting in this video. The main one that I think is the coolest, that helps you out the earliest, if you don't go right to Abernathy Farms and get the potatoes right there, or if you don't go all the way down to Sunshine Tidings and get the crops there, then the earliest way that you'll actually be able to create a settlement with sustainable crops, I guess, or 10 pines. If you go out to 10 pines, you can get plantable crops there as well. But my whole point is there's tons of mute fruit all around Sanctuary. It's right there for you. It's in Sanctuary. It's up along that building, that blue building that has the weapon stash on the roof and the cellar out back. There's mute fruit trees right there. So if you go into a cooking station, you go down into the category that says prepare produce. That is where you're able to convert those wild fruits and vegetables into plantable resources. The corn that we're holding up is standard. It's just a regular piece of corn that we looted off somebody. Here's one of those herbs unlocked on screen. We've got those hub flowers that we've been picking up. We now have the ability to plant them at our settlements. Not only does it add some aesthetics that we can make look real cool with gardens, or just, you know what I'm saying, like landscaping type things, but you can actually assign settlers to work those, and then all of those different aid items that you could craft at a chem station that requires hub flower and the like. Again, instead of just having to go out and scavenge, which is a hugely fun component of the game, and I do not discourage anybody from gathering resources still that way. But again, this means you can actually gather those resources and domesticate them, if you will, and plant them. They work in those gardening squares that you can build from the miscellaneous section, but yeah, you can build them yourself. What I was showing here is the more crops. Those are at specific locations that you have to find, but once you find them, you can plant them at your own settlement and build decorations with those food items. But for the most part, that's it for this video here. Again, it's more crops, herbs unlocked, and wild fruit conversion. All 3 of these mods are incredible. They add huge amounts of immersion. They absolutely improve quality of life, and I highly recommend that you check out all three. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps. If it does, or you did, I hope you press that like button. I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. Take care.